appreciate that. Looks like I'm live. I'm also live on YouTube as well. Let me put this behind my back because that's where that needs to be anyway. All right. Okay, so thank y'all for hanging out with me. This is chilling and channeling. Yeah, chilling channeling. So if you have any questions you want me to channel on, I can do that. How is everyone tonight, and where are you watching from? I am actually in the Pacific Northwest watching, having a really amazing time with this eclipse. And I'm saying amazing because that's the word that I'm going to choose to use, because it's been actually a lot with this eclipse. And I don't know if anybody else is noticing or if you're feeling it in your body, but this eclipse did some things. It created some opportunities. Let's say that it created some opportunities. For me, it feels like it created opportunities for me to heal. Now, this is day 5 of 30 days of live that I'm doing. I'm actually doing this on TikTok as well as on YouTube. So if you want to watch me on YouTube, you can watch me there. Go to my bio and click on the link for YouTube in the bio, and you can watch me on YouTube if you prefer. Or you can watch me here. But I would appreciate if you are watching here to tap that screen, give me some love, some of those likes. Um, I'm going to talk a little bit about being positive and how we can do that in our life. And what I really wanted to share was how to go deeper than that. Because the thing is everybody's on that positivity kick. It's like a buzzword now. Everybody's talking about, oh, we got to stay positive, stay positive, stay positive. But there are so many different things, and I'm going to reference the law of attraction and some of the metaphysical laws, because there's so many things that we can use as well in order to help us to go on this plane. Because the thing of it is, we attract what we put out. That is just simple math. That's the law of attraction. You put it out, you get it back, you track, that kind of thing. Whatever you focus on the most is what you're going to get. But there is like another law that I absolutely love, the law of infinite supply. And so this law suggests that an infinite supply of whatever we desire, as long as we create a demand for it through our thoughts and beliefs. So what does that mean? Because I know that there are people listening that are like, I don't know what's she talking about with that? I don't know what that is. What does that mean? That means that you place a demand on whatever it is that you desire, and it's infinite supply out there for you to have, as long as you create that demand. And so when you create that demand, you speak of it. You speak on it. You use your throat chakra, your voice, to speak on it and create it in that way. So you speak things in a positive way. There we go again with that positivity, but you speak that thing in a positive way, and you speak it as if it is now. That's the thing. You have to speak in the now. You have to stay in the now. You have to be present in the now. And that is one of the things that, I love to share about as well. And so when I say going beyond positivity, we want to take this thing to a place, where we are actually considering the things that we are thinking about. Because what happens a lot of times is we think about things so unconsciously, and you just think about things, and then you say things out of your mouth so unconsciously. And so when you begin to really start focusing, and I am coming from a place where I have started to study my body and myself, started to study me. I'm taking a college course on me, studying me. And so as I began to do that, then I began to see those unconscious things. Thank you, Miss Serena, my Scorpio sister. Um, those unconscious things that just pop up, and the things that you don't even realize that you're saying until you start paying attention to the things that are coming out your mouth, and start really checking yourself. And that's the space. I'm checking myself. My husband and I check each other, which is a really good thing because that is support to me. Thank you for tapping the screen. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for helping me to hit my life goals. And you guys, as you come in the room, tap the screen for me, and then make sure that you are following whoever the top gifters are at the top. So again, as you begin to understand and you begin to really, figure out, and not even figure out really, it's like open up the door to understanding who you are. Because a lot of times we don't know. Most times we don't know. And what happens then is we allow people to tell us who we are because we don't know who we are. And so when we get to that place where you start recognizing that, hey, no, this is not me. And this is not something that I desire. This is not something that I want. But because somebody has told you, because maybe you joined a course, maybe you joined a program, maybe you got a coach and they were telling you, or maybe you decided that you needed a therapist or a life coach or whatever, and probably more coaching than therapist, I would assume. I've had therapy before, and yeah, it was good for me. It was good. It was something I needed at the time. I was getting divorced, and I needed some therapy because I needed to talk to somebody so I didn't kill that man. So I decided that I would get some therapy. But maybe you were talking to somebody and they spoke words in your ear and said some things to you like, maybe you should do so and so and so and so. And and you said, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that, even though maybe when you thought about it, didn't really resonate with you. It wasn't what you saw in your mind's eye with what you wanted to do. Maybe that was the case. However, you have to consider and think about the fact that you know, if you don't know who you are or what you desire, then any road will take you there, and any fool will tell you where to go. So you have to consider that and think about that. How you doing, Natasha? Thank you for joining. Thank y'all for coming in the room. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tapping the screen, because you could keep scrolling. There's all kind of people that you can watch, but I feel honored that you stopped here for a second. So anyway, as we go forward, when we begin to really discover who we are and really go on that journey, because I'm telling y'all, that journey is not for the faint of heart, not for the weak. Because what happens is when you open your doors and you say, okay, yes, I'm going to go on this journey, and I'm going to discover who I am, what I want, what I'm about, what I'm made of. It's almost like back in the day, when I was going to church, they used to say, pray for patience. And that was absolutely not the thing to do. And I will never do that again. However, what I learned is that you don't got to pray for it, because you already are patience. You already are everything that you desire. You just have to embody it, and you have to understand and know that you are that thing, and that you can be, do, and have all the things that you desire, but because it's already inside of you. So you have to know that, and you have to come to that conclusion. You have to come to that space, and it's not an easy space to get to, y'all. I'm telling you, it's really it can be really complicated, space to get to, just because, you know just because we don't often want to introspect. And that's what we would be doing, is going inside, and we don't often want to do that, because then it starts to reveal things that you wanted to keep hidden. And that's the thing also about, this positivity thing. So yes, we can stay positive, and you can run out there and you can grab affirmations and just start saying stuff and everything. But what I really want people to do is to really start thinking about and considering the things that you're saying to yourself. and really start being more deliberate about the things that you are saying to yourself. And yes, I'm telling you to talk to yourself. I am. Because if you're telling yourself proper things and right things, then it leaves less space for other people to come and tell you stuff that's not proper and right, stuff that's BS. Okay? So you want to really start talking to yourself and telling yourself, you know, that you love yourself. That's the first thing. Because many people are not, you're speaking positive things, but you're not often speaking them to yourself. And so you want to begin to speak positive things to yourself. You want to begin to create affirmations that mean something to you. Affirmations that when you say them, you can see that they could be true. Now, if they're true right then, maybe, but you can see, you can believe it. That is the key. It's like you can believe that it is true. You can say, okay, yes, I can believe that, that I'm wealthy. Or you can say that, I can believe that, I make $20,000 a year. Maybe that's something that you can believe. You know what I mean? Maybe saying that you have $1 billion is too much for your mind to comprehend, for you to believe. So you want to begin to put yourself in that plane, in that space, in that frequency, in the energy of, abundance. You want to put yourself in the frequency of abundance. You want to put yourself in the frequency of abundance. And the thing about that is, it's like, and I'm this is what I'm doing right now, y'all. That's the reason why I can talk to y'all like this, because I'm doing exactly this. I have put myself in the frequency of abundance, and really began to understand what that means for me. And so when you start understanding what that means for you, then it'll take you so much deeper. And that is the place that you want to go. You want to go where it's so deep. I just got a new oil, y'all, and it's just, I love it. But it starts to take you so deep. And when you start really diving deep into you and start really coming to that place of understanding, where you are in your life, and start understanding where you want to go. Where do you want to go? It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how young you are. It's up to you to decide, and when you get it in your mind and you decide that, yes, I am this person, I am this wealthy person. And, a lot of times you want to look at some people that are doing some things that you desire to do. If you want to be a vlogger, or if you want to be an influencer or whatever, you want to pay attention and watch some of those people, that are doing those things and see how they do it, and you know what, you can, in the beginning, and this is one thing that I learned in the beginning, yeah, you can copy those people. And I don't mean, completely, but I mean, use their format or whatever in order to, put yourself out there. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. Matter of fact, that is what most of these teachers are teaching. You know, follow somebody else. And so you see what they're doing and how they're doing it, and then you ask for the way that you need to do it. Because what happens a lot of times is we are blindly following these coaches and these people, and they have these templates, and they're giving you templates and saying, here, take this and run with it, and then, change the information, put your stuff in there, and then just put it out. Yeah. And it should work. But the thing is that is not your shit, and it's not your energy. And so that's one of the things you have to consider and think about. It's not your energy. It's not your energy. So you have to have your energetic signature on things for it to work out in the way that you desire. So that's one of the things, y'all, you start going into the space where you are staying in this place of being positive. Now, I'm not talking about toxic positivity, y'all. So that's a whole nother live. I'm gonna go into that. I'm talking about real positivity. I'm talking about, where you just have an expectation. I was expecting that I had some water, but I think I don't. Let me see. Okay. So you just come to this place where you have an expectation that everything is going to work out for you. You have an expectation that everything is going to work out for you. And when you start to get in that space, regardless of what's happening, that's the key. Because a lot of times when you're in these spaces, so many things are happening. A lot of things are happening around you. A lot of times when you're in this space, you are in the middle of hell. It's like everything is coming against you. You're in this space where, like all of your bills are due and you don't have no money and all this stuff. And a lot of times these are the spaces that you're coming out of and that you're coming from. So you have to, take yourself to that space where it doesn't matter about any of that. You are still going to stay positive and you're going to stay in that frequency of abundance. You're going to stay in that place where you know that whatever you desire is here for you. Might not be here in this particular second, but if you just chill, it is here for you. Matter of fact, because it's already manifested in the spiritual world, and now it's just coming to manifest in the physical for you. But you have to keep yourself in that vibration, in that energy, in that frequency of abundance. Don't be running around here allowing other people to take you off of that space. And I'm speaking from experience because I actually had that experience just this week. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk on it, because I know that if I'm having it, many other people are having it. And if you're watching me, you probably are having it or have had it. But I had an experience where, I do my best to stay in this positive energy frequency, and stuff. And so when I when I get confronted with something that threatens to take me out of that space, that is the time right there. That is what we train for, and that is what we do the work for, so that we can stay in that space, so that we are strong enough, you know, not to allow anyone to take us out of that space. And that is actually the space that I am working on, is um, staying in that place and not allowing anyone. Because to be honest, nobody can control you unless you allow it. And that is something that, that's huge for me. And I completely agree, because I don't believe in nobody telling me what to do, no way. So anyway, um, when you stay in that place, when you are in that space where, you just begin to believe, and I can't really explain it. It's like, I think about it, and, it is faith. It is faith, because faith is the substance of things hoped for. Um, and um, I know that that is true. Faith, that is faith. But it just feels so much deeper for me. It just feels so much deeper. It feels like a level that I have always wanted to get to, and a level that I can feel. It almost feels dimensional, because it feels like, you know, the things that typically would bother me or would trigger me are not doing that. It's like I can't even explain it. It's like none of those things bother me or trigger me. I don't even care. And that is the thing. It's like, oh my God, really? Is this where we going? But yeah. So I'm just really um fortunate to be in this space, and I'm really hoping that I can inspire, people to join me, to come over here, because I believe that, it's okay. So I was on a podcast, I think about 2 weeks ago now. Yeah, 2 weeks ago now. And oh no, maybe it was last week. Last week, I was on a podcast last week, and we were actually talking about being delusional. and about how you need to be delusional, because the thing is in order to believe like on the level that you want to believe, you have to be delusional. You have to be delusional. Y'all, I have to get me something to drink. Hold on. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. All right. I just had to grab me something to drink because I was so thirsty. My husband bought this wonderful watermelon, wonder melon. It's so good. It's watermelon, lemon, and cayenne. So it's a little spicy, but it feels so good in my body when I drink it. And that's the place that I'm in. It's like, you know, when you start studying your body and trying to see, where you are, on this earth plane, where you are on the spiritual plane, then you'll start understanding and looking and seeing the patterns. Like I think I talked about this before, but I'm going to share again. So my book, Walking Away, Walking Away, Winning the War Against Shame, Abuse, AIDS, and Abandonment. It is part of my story, and you can grab it on Amazon if you are interested, or if you would like to have an autographed copy and you are in the States, you can send me a private message. Um, but I said that to say that when I started looking and started studying and started really um, taking apart my life, and I started seeing and I realized that walking away was a theme for me for my life. Walking away was a theme for me, and I didn't even see it, and it really is. It's the way that I have conducted my life. If things start looking crazy and it starts getting too much, I just walk away, and walking away looks different for different people. For me, it looked like, I would either move or I would, switch jobs, because done that many, 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 many times. I'm actually at the place now where I am releasing things that no longer serve me. So I'm at a point in life where I'm looking at things that don't serve me. I'm looking to see what serves me, what doesn't serve me in my life. And I'm talking about in every area. And I'm not just talking about in one area. And so I'm looking at things that no longer serve me. I'm looking at like clothes that I need to get rid of, just things that need to be released. Because sometimes you just need to release some things. Thank y'all for tapping the screen. Thank you for helping me with my live goals. Thank you for subscribing, because I am so excited about the subscribers, because I'm waiting to get to 25 subscribers on TikTok, so I can do some subscriber only lives and do some meditation and some healing. So if that is something that you are interested in, make sure that you subscribe and then share it out so that other people can subscribe and let other people know that I'm here. And this is one of the things that I am wanting to do once we get to 25 subscribers. So thank you for subscribing. Thank you for tapping the screen. Thank you for helping me to meet my life goals. Appreciate all of you. So I'm going to pop on off here, YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me. And make sure that you smash the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you can get notified when I go live or post new content. So again, thank you for hanging out with me. This was day 5 of 30. I will see you tomorrow for day 6. So again, thank you. Bye now.